What is up YouTube, and welcome to another unboxing video. We got quite a few shoes to talk about in this video, including some very confusing Yeezys, one of the nicest ASICS pairs to drop this year, some very clean Nike Dunks, and also my biggest sneaker steal of the year so far, so I am excited to get into this video. Also wanted to quickly shout out Escape Notify, the sneaker Discord community that I've been in over the last 2 years. I'm probably the #1 reason why I'm able to get all of the sneakers I review on this channel for retail. If you join using the link in the description, you won't have to be in the waitlist. Just from personal experience, the best EU-based sneaker Discord group out there. But with all that being said, let's get into the video. So in my hands here, I got 3 pairs of slides, and no, I didn't get 3 pairs of the exact same slide. These are actually 3 completely different colorways. Here I have the Slate Marine, we got the Slate Gray, as well as the Granite colorway. Now we've seen Yeezy brand in the past drop similar colorways of sneakers. They've been pretty much doing this since the beginning. But what they haven't done is drop 3 almost identical Yeezys in the same week. It definitely got me confused, and even the most diehard Yeezy fan out there must be wondering what is the difference between these 3. I mean, Adidas, I know you guys are trying to empty out the warehouse, but at least try dropping these at different points of the year, not all in the same week. But I'm gonna do my best to tell you the differences between these 3. So all 3 of these, I ended up getting them in my preferred Yeezy slide size, which for me, I usually go up 1 size. So all of these are a US 12. So let's start off with the Slate Marine. Now I will say out of the 3, this is the pair where I can definitely visually see a difference. It's the sneaker that has the lightest shade out of the 3, and compared to the other 2, this one definitely has much more of a bluish tint to it. I would say it's more blue than it is gray. Another difference with the Slate Marine is that these are actually made in India. The other 2 are made in China, and I do feel the difference on feet. For me at least, the Slate Marines do fit a bit tighter. So if you normally go true to size in your Yeezy slides, I would suggest definitely going up 1 size here. Moving on to the Slate Gray. Now this one is just a slightly darker color than the Marines. It's also a bluish gray, but it's as if they mixed a lot more gray into the color mixture. This one is made in China. It feels a bit looser on feet, so I think you can get away going true to size in the Slate Grays. I gotta be honest, when comparing it with the 3rd pair, the Yeezy Granite, like honestly, you need a microscope to tell the difference in color between these 2. They're basically identical, guys. There's no way if you have these on feet that someone could look at those and tell the difference. From what I can tell, this Granite colorway does not have any blue in it at all. It's pretty much completely gray, but we are really splitting hairs here. Honestly, the Granite and the Slate Gray for me are pretty much the same slide. From the 3 of them, I would say I actually prefer the Slate Marines the most because it's a bit of a unique colorway. I already have the Onyx pair of the slides, so I don't really think I need some of these darker gray tones. The bluish gray, however, is more eye-catching, so I do prefer the Slate Marines. Let me know down in the comments which of the 3, or do you even care which of these 3 you guys managed to get. We might not be getting slides for a long time, so I hope you guys managed to cop one of these if you do enjoy Yeezy slides. Next, we got some more Yeezys to discuss. I got in my hands the Yeezy 350 MX Dark Salt. Now we don't really know what Adidas and Yeezy are planning to release for the rest of the year, so it could actually be that this pair right here might be the last original colorway we get of the 350 V2s. You just don't know at this point. The MX in the name, by the way, stands for mix, I believe, because it does feature this mix pattern of colors and textures. There's only been 2 other Yeezy 350 so far that have featured an MX colorway. We had the MX Rock, which I would say is pretty much just a darker version of the Dark Salts, and we also had the MX Oat. The MX pattern is kind of like a marbled look, and on this pair it's a combination of grays and blacks. And actually seeing these in hand, I have to say it's a very wearable colorway, especially for someone like me who doesn't really like triple black or all black sneakers. If I were to wear some very dark sneakers, I would much rather have something like this, which is a lot more interesting. You also get this black translucent stripe right down the middle, and on this pair I really think it contrasts very nicely with the gray upper. Do you guys prefer the stripes that have the SPLY text on them, or do you just prefer these more plain looking stripes? I have to say the upper does feel a bit thicker, especially around the toe box area, and that's probably because of all of the different knitting patterns on this particular MX version. You also get infinity laces on the shoe, which means you never have to worry about tying your laces. Personally, I've always been a fan of that loosely laced look on the 350 V2, so it's kind of unfortunate that you can't do it with these. And having these on feet, you are reminded why this was just one of the most popular sneakers over the last few years. It is just super comfortable and still looks good. For sizing on these, I always go up half a size on my 350 V2. So for me, that is a US 11.5, and I suggest you guys to do the same. I think these are pretty nice, and they are still available in most stores that sold them, and if you're not able to get your size, I don't think they're going for a whole lot over on StockX anyways. I will leave a link in the description. Next, we're gonna move on to my favorite sneaker so far in this video, and also one of the best ASICS releases of the year. This is the ASICS Gel 1130 collab with Hald Studios. This is the third and final installment of this colorway. The first two were pretty much classics in my opinion. I do have the Forest colorway right here, which I gotta say is probably in my top 5 sneaker pickups of the year so far. We gotta start respecting Hald Studios as one of the best ASICS collaborators out there. This Forest colorway took its inspiration from Japan, mainly the Japanese forest and all their shrines. But for this Glacier pair, Hald Studios got its inspiration from the country of Iceland and its beautiful natural landscapes. As always, they've given us some very soft suede. You always get much more premium materials on these Hald Studios collabs than you do with your regular Gel 1130s. You also get this mesh, which is done in a very light gray color. And finally, you also have these hits of black leather, which is done in a very nice smooth tumble leather. I have to say, I absolutely love the extra laces that come with this pair. You get these red, what looks like hiking style laces, which I believe are inspired by the cables that you use for mountain climbing. They really pop on the sneaker and give it a very interesting look. Super happy to get these for retail. Shout out Escape Notify once again. I've said this in my ASICS Ultimate Guide video that the Gel 1130s for me definitely feel the softest on feet compared to even the more expensive Gel Kayano 14s. It is a great everyday sneaker, and for sizing on these, I go with my true size, which is a US 11, which is actually not the same as I wear with other ASICS pairs. Like with the Gel Kayano 14s, I always go up half a size. Same with the Gel NYC. However, with these Hald Studios 1130s in both the Forest colorway as well as the Glacier, I fit perfectly at true to size. Moving on, let's talk about some Nike Dunks. This is the Nike Dunk Low Cacao Wow. And this sneaker right here is proof that the Dunk hype has not completely died just yet, because these actually completely sold out on Nike, and the bigger sizes actually have some resale value. Although the prices are quite low, imagine if a colorway like this released a couple of years ago, they would probably be going for well over double what they're going for right now. And you can see why these are so popular. It's a super clean colorway, especially going into the fall season. These are exceptional. You get a clean brown and white two-toned upper, and then you get this sail midsole, which looks so nice on this pair, giving it that vintage look. If you're looking for an everyday wearable pair of shoes that look good, especially for those of you who are going back to school, definitely recommend these. And the last sneaker in this video is the New Balance 990 V6 in the Magenta Pop colorway. Now, if you've been following my channel all year, you will know that my absolute favorite model to wear this year has been the 990 V6. Not only do I think it looks good, it is just a super comfortable pair of shoes. When my feet met the 990 V6, it pretty much fell in love. Like honestly, if I made a video called the shoes that I actually wear, it would be the most boring video ever because I pretty much just wear the 990 V6 every day. The only issue with the 990 V6 for me has been the price, especially in Europe. These retail for 250 euros, which is a lot of money. In American dollars, that's very close to 300. And that's why I was so happy to get these for 50% off. A lot of stores were having sales, especially it's been a hard time for the sneaker retail industry. I took advantage of that, got this very nice colorway, 50% off, only paid 125 euros for it, which for me is so far my favorite steal of the year. And I also firmly believe that you should never buy something just because it's cheap or it's on sale. If you wanted that thing anyways and now you get it at a lower price, then you should probably buy it. And this is exactly one of those cases because I had my eyes on this colorway. It's a very unique colorway. I personally love purple shoes, and this combination of the cream tones with that magenta color and the dark purple I think is such a unique colorway on a 990. This was a made in USA pair, which is quite obvious. I mean, only Teddy Santis can come up with something this clean. I feel like at this point I pretty much want to buy every single colorway of the 990 V6. Yeah, these are great. Very happy with them. Let me know in the comments which of these sneakers I talked about in this video was your favorite, and also just let me know what's up, how you guys doing, and if you enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.